Hey, I hope everyone's doing good and having joy and peace, and just walking in the grace and the love of God. I just wanted to talk a minute about some of the things that I'm experiencing. Let me see my glasses. Just having the pain to my body. And then lately too, I've experienced things where it feels like I'll be standing in an open field and it'll feel like something is grabbing the back of my neck and like throwing me towards the ground, which is just terrifying. So I'm not going hiking, needless to say, because I'm afraid that'll happen. It causes me to stumble. It's really weird. But I found a lot of information online that confirms that technology exists for these things to happen to me and to other people. But it's pretty daunting. And it occurs to me that I just lifted my whole hand in front of a camera that's going in a video that's going in the World Wide Web. Don't know if that's such a great idea. But just trying to have hope daily and feeling grateful for people that spend time with me. Had a really bad bout of PTSD last night. Staying in a friend of mine's and a person I know's house, and I don't know, if I started remembering times that bad things have happened to me in similar situations, like I wasn't afraid of that person, but I just felt like just afraid, just like something bad was happening, which of course stirs up a lot of my memories of things, a lot of situations, days where I woke up and I thought like I didn't think anything, it was just like another day, and then something like terrifying happened to me that day. The times that my parents tried to kill me when I was young, and there were other people involved that weren't just them, that were outside of the household, and it was staged to be like some sort of an accident or something, and just a little kid. I remember my dad saying, unfortunately I don't remember if he said this before or after the attempts to kill me happened, but I remember him saying we lost the funding, we didn't get approved. I wish I remembered. It would make sense that he said that before and then there were attempts to kill me. But yeah, it's just being a targeted person, and if the funding goes away, no matter how old you are, it's just if people are going to volunteer, and I guess if they don't, like, you just get killed, like that's what happens. And I understand that the world doesn't understand or agree that I live in this world, and that this is the truth, that this has been my whole life. It seems well to say that NSA has openly admitted to targeting people as young as 3 years old. But if you say that you're that person for some reason, like you're mentally unwell or you're crazy or something, and it's just how the system works. I don't agree with the NSA coming forward and saying that they've done things like that and not identifying who those people are. It seems like a repetitious government habit of doing that, of saying we did something wrong to someone, but if you come forward and say it was you, then you're crazy, have a nice life. And it's just unacceptable, like it's not okay. I'm grateful for people who love and care and who are human beings, who are not trying to exploit the hair on my head and my toenails. I understand that at some times of my life that was required, or I would have been killed. And that's hard to cope with, but it doesn't mean that the people that were present, well, they didn't kill me. I'm not trying to cast some shadow over every person I've known or anything like that. Good people can make such an exponential difference, but it feels like if someone's good to me or kind to me at any point in my life, they're in such a major risk. And I feel just kind of like lowly in my heart, too lowly in my heart to discuss the specific times that people tried to take my life, and there were other people involved outside of my household, strangers, people I didn't know, and even a stranger saved my life one time, and probably really in reality multiple times. But I do feel that burden for the people that didn't survive, and I know that that's God's burden, that that's not my burden, but their story deserves to be told. They shouldn't be nameless people that died or were buried in the wilderness or thrown in someone else's grave or thrown into a fire, forgotten about. Like, God hears those people. God knows what happened to them. And I wish it wasn't real. I know I'm always grateful when I meet someone and they like completely do not believe me. They are like, that's not possible. Our government doesn't do stuff like that. That could never happen. Because it makes me aware that they have lived in such a different life than I have. That they have the liberty and the ability to believe that it's not possible. And a part of that makes me feel really happy. I'm sad for myself, and I'm happy for you that you haven't gone through what I've been through. But at any rate, praise God. Just still so weird with that. I pray that you have hope and joy and peace in your heart, and that I'm not an offense, that my existing isn't an offense to anyone. That's part of it, is I feel like I'm not allowed to exist, or like it's forbidden for me to exist. That's hard. I don't really know what to do with that. Those feelings, just give it to God. Like, trust Him. Trust that He's good, that He has a plan and a purpose. I don't think there's anything special about me, and that's why I'm alive and other people aren't. I just think that I just happen to be one of the ones that survived. But yeah, praise God, pray for me. Thank you.